in order for me to connect with you guys, this is necessary. This has to happen. So that is the reason behind this new segment. And I hope it will be a fun one, because it's not only going to be about the hard stuff. I also want us to have fun and just communicate and have a good time. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So as you guys can see, I am in a different setting right now. You're probably wondering what is going on. So I've decided to start a new segment on my channel, and it's gonna be called Let's Chat. And in this segment, I just want to sit and chat with you guys. We're just gonna talk about life in general, and if you guys have topics in the future, you can always link them down below. I just want to get to know my following a little bit more better, and I'm sure you guys want to know who I am also. I post vlogs and I post my tutorials and stuff, but I don't really speak about myself because I'm a very private, low-key person, and I like to keep it that way. But in order for me to grow and in order for me to step out of my comfort zone, I have to share, a little bit of myself with you guys. And it's only fair, because who wants to be following someone they know nothing about? No one, right? So that is why I decided to start this new segment. And I also started this segment because there's a lot going on in life, and I also want to talk about it. I have my 2 cents, and I want to put it out there, and whoever can relate, who don't, oh well, whatever. But this segment is really us getting to know one another. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous. I'm very out of my comfort zone right now. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me. Take it easy on me, because this is just my first episode, y'all. So take it easy. I'm very excited to get to know you guys, because my channel has been growing. Yes, it is a slow process, but it's still growth. So we have to acknowledge that also. And on my channel, if you guys are not interested in this type of video, I have everything in playlist, everything in their own categories. So if you want to watch just makeup videos or hair videos, you can just play that playlist and you don't have to really watch the other stuff. But if you're interested in everything, fine by me, just watch. I hope this episode turned out to be great. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So welcome to the first episode of Let's Chat. So the first episode, who is Bese Styles? What is she about? And where did she come from? All of those questions I'm going to be answering. I have some notes here, my questions. So if you guys see me looking down, that is what I'm looking at. Let's just start with my channel. I created my channel in 2019. I've always wanted a YouTube channel ever since I've discovered YouTube in 2009. But I guess I was too afraid to really put myself out there. So it took me about maybe 9-10 years to start a channel. And I remember at the time, I just couldn't figure out a name for my channel. Nothing wasn't sticking. Nothing wasn't resonating with me. And I was like, ugh, so frustrated. And a friend of mine at that time was like, well, why don't you take the first 2 letters of your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name and put them together and add styles, because you like beauty, you like fashion, you like to be in style. I was like, that's a good idea, because at the end of the day, it is my name. So it is who I am, and that won't change, So that is how my channel name was created. And oh my gosh, I don't think I ever mentioned my name on the channel. That is so weird that I never even introduced myself. I need to go back and look at my first YouTube video. Even then, I didn't think I introduced myself. I remember I did a Fashion Nova try-on haul. I remember that yesterday, and it was super awkward. But I don't remember introducing myself. So my name is Bethia, and it spells Bethia with an apostrophe or an accent on the E. And my last name is Sinatus, also with an apostrophe on the E. So that is why it's not BC Styles, but Bese Styles. But a lot of people just say BC Styles, and it's fine by me. I'm not going to grill you. I'm not going to be like, well, that's not how you pronounce it. It's fine. So yes, that is when I started my channel. I never planned to really not introduce myself, but have one-on-one conversation and try to connect with my audience, which was, I don't know what where my head was, but that's so unrealistic. Because in order for you to grow a good community and in order to connect with people, you also have to open up. So that was so unrealistic. I don't know why I was thinking like that, but that is how I was thinking at the time. So that is my name, Betia. I am from Haiti. I grew up in the Caribbean, but on a different island. And when I was about 5 or 6 years old, we moved to a small island named Saint Eustatius. It's also in the Caribbean. If you guys know where St. Martin is, if you guys saw in my last videos around the summertime, I was there for vacation. It's St. Martin's. It's close to St. Martin, but it's a very small island. Because it's so small, your education is still, I would think, is it high school? Yes, after high school and you want to further your education, you have to go to another island or you have to go just somewhere else to further your studies. And I remember my group of friends at that time, we used to sit for hours and talk about how we cannot wait to leave this place and we cannot wait to be out in the world. We cannot wait for this and this and that. And today I look back and I'm like, what was the rush? Like, really, what was the rush? Because there's nothing out here. After I finished high school, I moved to another island, which was Curacao. And I stayed there for about 3 years. And I remember during that time, I met a friend at that time who lives in Holland. That's where I currently live right now. And she was like, well, since you don't like living on that island, why don't you come Holland? And I was like, nah, that's not where I see myself living. I always wanted to go America. You couldn't tell me I'm not going to America. That was my plan for my future. I was like, that is where I'm gonna have my dreams come true. That is the land of dreams and possibilities, and I need to be there in order for my dreams to come true. So I had my mind set on going to America, but it just didn't work out that way. Everything happened for a reason, and maybe one day I will end up. I really would like to go there for at least for vacation. But yeah, I ended up coming here on vacation into Holland and seeing what it was like, and I still wasn't convinced. I was like, it's all right, but I really don't see myself living here. But after doing some thinking, I decided to, just take that step. I came up here, and this is where I've been ever since. And it's been an interesting journey, to say the least. I work in care. I work with the elderly. I used to work with kids and babies, but I made a switch years ago, and I've been working with elderly people ever since. I don't regret doing it, but it's also not my passion. I've learned a lot working in that field, a lot about myself, a lot about sickness, a lot about how to care for people and have sympathy and all of those things. But it's not my passion, and it's not where I want to end the rest of my life. I find myself to be a very creative person. And it's not only about content creation. Let's just say everyone is creative, to be honest. Everyone has their creativity. I would say that my passion really lies in interior designing. I remember applying for this interior designing school. Long story short, I didn't get into the school, you guys. I remember feeling so discouraged. I was like, you know what? Life sucks. And that is how I ended up choosing care, because I felt like I wasn't good enough to do the thing that I wanted to do. So I just settled for something else, which I'm not happy about, but at the same time, I don't regret doing it because it taught me a lot. So that is where I am today when it comes to career. I'm in the process of trying to pivot, but that's going to be for a different video. And I just want to mention, I'm very passionate about helping others, and it doesn't really have to be about care. It could be about anything. I just love giving advice. I love to put people on. And what I mean when I say that is, if you say you want to try something new, for instance, you're my friend and you want to start doing photography or whatever, I'm the type of person, I'm going to go and do some research and be like, girl, this is what I found out. You need this type of camera. You need this type of lens. You need to be shooting in this altitude. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. That is the type of person I am. So deep inside, I just love helping people. I love to see people winning. I'm not the type to be jealous of anyone, because what is for you is for you. What is for me is for me. And that's how life is. You cannot whatever is to come in my path, whatever I'm supposed to be doing, is only gonna be for me. I just love to give advice. I also love to receive advice, because some people always like to give, and always know better. But when it's time to receive, it's like they feel attacked. At heart, I am very helpful. I just want to see everyone I surround myself. I want to see winning. I want to see people going forward. Yeah, that's just the type of person I am. And a lot of people say that I'm weird. And I don't find myself to be weird, but I do know that I'm very different because of the way that I think. When people just get to know me, it's always, you're weird, or you're so different. I always get those type of comments, and it doesn't bother me. Thank you, Lord, that it doesn't. It never did, because I was never the type to be pressured by anyone. I know what I want. I know what I like. What I want is what I want. I don't care what you say. I don't care what they're doing over there. If that is what I want to do, that is what I'm going to do, even if I'm alone. I've always been that way, and I'm so glad and so grateful that I've always stood 10 toes down to the things that I want, regardless of who is in my corner or not. But one thing about me that is probably will be very surprising to a lot of people is the fact that I love to talk. Because I'm more of an introvert, people think that I don't speak for some reason. A lot of people might find it surprising because I don't say much, and it's not because I'm afraid to talk. I am just very good at observing. I'm very aware of my surroundings, of the people around me, of the energy that I'm feeling, the shift that's going on in a room. I'm very aware of picking up on different emotions. So what I like to do is just sit back, be in the back, and just observing and trying to figure who you are before I even let you in. Who I am really in the inside, I'm a very talkative person. And when I say talkative, I don't mean just running my mouth for running my mouth's sake. I love facts. I love research. I love to know things. A lot of the time, I find myself being very irritated with people just bursting things just to say something. I'm like, can you just think before you speak? The point of this story is, before I continue, if you are a very reserved person and you just like to observe, you're more on the quiet type, do not let society make you think that something is wrong with you and that you have to be this loud person in order to fit in. You're fine just the way you are, because by being that way, you gain more respect from people, and whatever you have to say is actually more valuable. People tend to listen to your opinions and your thoughts way more attentively than someone who always bursting into a rational reaction, who always has something to say, who always loud. Being loud doesn't mean right, that you're always right. Being loud doesn't mean that people are listening to you. They are hearing you, but they're not listening to you. So I just wanted to put that out there before I continue. So let's talk about something more fun. My hobbies, I love to read. Growing up, I used to read a lot of books because, coming from Haiti to an English island, you know nothing about the language. So you're trying to catch up with your peers and your schoolmates or whatever. But everything started with reading for me. I remember going to the library every 2 weeks to get new books, and my mom used to make sure we are reading. We couldn't watch TV half of the time. She was like, get a book, get in the corner and start reading. So I developed a love for reading, but I would say in the past 7 years, I have been reading less and less. Recently, I've decided to pick back up on that passion, because I still do very much love to read, and that is why I love doing research also. I love knowing. I love to have knowledge. I love to have an input in things, and that is where my passion for reading comes from. Another thing about me is I'm very awkward. I know that for myself. I can feel my awkwardness sometimes. And an old friend of mine used to call me Wreck-It Regina from Wreck-It Ralph, because I would break any and everything. If for instance, I get something in the mail and I'm trying to open it, I probably gonna break it. And it's be like, well, I need to reorder it because I just broke it. So if I have anyone around me, most of the time I'll be like, yo, just open this for me or just do this for me, because I know for myself, I'm just awkward that way, that I break things, and it's not intentional, y'all, but it just does happen. I try to be like very careful when I'm doing stuff, but for some reason things just end up breaking. I don't know how, but it just ends up breaking. That's part of the awkwardness of me, breaking stuff unintentionally. Yeah. But I'm a very girls person. I just love doing girly things. My favorite color is pink, and I don't care what nobody says. I don't feel like I need to be a little child in order to love pink. It is a color, and if I like it, then I like it. But yeah, I just love doing girly things. I love just dressing up, getting my nails done, looking good, looking cute, just having that womanly, girly time. I find that very important. Unfortunately, that has kind of died down for me, because I feel like I need to find a new tribe of women to surround myself with. But yeah, I just love doing girly things. Okay, so another fun fact. I don't know if these things are fun fact, but to me, they're fun fact is I don't watch TV. I do have a TV, but I don't watch it. I don't know. I used to binge watch a lot of series. I used to watch a lot of movies. But after a while, I feel like I was wasting my time. I'm not saying that I cannot sit and watch, something, but to sit the whole day mindlessly watch shows after shows after shows, it feels for me like I just wasted a whole day. If I'm not being productive, I feel like I'm wasting my time. When it comes to news and stuff, I know what's going on. I'm aware of what's going on, but I'm not gonna sit and watch news all day, because at the end of the day, the media is gonna show you what they want to show you. It's not that I'm not aware of what's going on in the world. I'm very much aware, but I choose not to indulge daily in what is happening around the world. And that's not to say that I'll never sit down and watch a show or whatever. I realize when I do put on a movie or a series, it's just in the background, but I don't really pay attention to it. What you would find me really paying attention to is the classics, like The Parent Traps, like those old time movies from the 90s. I'm a 90s girl, and 90s music, 90s movies, those are the things I'm really into. So that will catch my attention. Or if it's like, if I do watch a series, I like to watch the interior stuff on Netflix, house renovation series, those type of things I'm really into. So that will catch my attention. But the rest stuff, the TV will just be playing in the background, and I would just be doing something else. Let's talk a little bit about pet peeves. One would be chewing noises. I hate to hear people chewing. I don't need to hear what's going on in your mouth. I don't know why I'm hearing it. It sounds disgusting, and it's making me angry, and I just want to take that food that you're eating and just throw it out, because there's no reason you should be making so much noise while chewing your food. So that is one of my pet peeves. Do I have any talents? I would say I used to sing when I was younger. I used to be in a choir, a church choir. Can I still sing? I don't think so. I don't think so. I sometimes try to sing and the notes are off, y'all. So another thing I have on my list is relationship, because I know people really like to get in your business. I just want to say I don't have a relationship. I am not married. I don't have any kids, and that is gonna be a topic for another day, so you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that. But I think that's about it that I have on my list. I also have my favorite food. When it comes to food, I'm not that much of a foodie. One thing I can eat all day, every day, is cornflakes, y'all. I know it's sad, but cornflakes, there's something about those flakes. Every time I eat cornflakes, it's like it's the first time I'm eating it. It's a food that has no nutrients whatsoever. It is a comfort food for me, I guess, and I can eat it all day, every day. But I don't. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to eat cornflakes all day, every day. But I stopped doing that because I'm not getting any nutrients from that, and my body needs nutrients. So, yeah, I love eating cornflakes. I'm not really that much of a foodie, as I like to make myself to be. So yes, y'all, I think this is the end of this video. I don't have much questions because I don't know what you guys want to know, and I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I just randomly select a few things that I want to talk about. and I want to do a part 2. It doesn't have to be tomorrow or next week. It could be next year. I think as my channel grow, I'll have to do a part 2 of getting to know me, because you know, more questions are gonna come. But for now, that's all I have. Yeah, I really enjoyed making this episode. I really love this type of interaction. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you have any questions, really link them down below. I'll try my best to answer them as truthfully as I can. I really cannot wait till I really start getting into like good, interesting subject. Not that I wasn't interested. That's not what I'm saying. But you know, the subject that we all can relate to. I had to do this introduction first because it makes sense. But stay tuned, you guys. Stay tuned for what's coming. We're gonna have fun over here. So I hope you guys are subscribed. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do that, because I'm sure you don't want to miss these chat videos. So yeah, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next Let's Chat video.